First slide shows what you're going to eventually draw. You're going to try and draw an isometric image of a dice. This will enhance your perspective drawing skills, your planning skills, your use of tools skills, and will enhance what people see when you draw a garden. This is 3 plan views of the eventual dice you'll draw, showing 6 spots, 2 spots and 4 spots. The dimensions of the cube you're going to draw are 70 millimeters by 70 millimeters by 70 millimeters, and it'll be drawn on a piece of A3 paper. When using the set square, it needs to be firmly placed on the parallel motion of the drawing board, and you will draw a 30-degree angle to the left, a 30-degree angle to the right, and a vertical 90-degree angle using the set square set on its short end. And these are the only 3 real lines you'll need to draw within your drawing. Using your set square sat on the parallel motion, you need to draw yourself the image in front of you. So you draw a line up to the left using 30 degrees, draw a line up to the right using 30 degrees, and use a vertical line using the set square set on its short end. The lines away from A and B, need to be 70 millimeters long. Set your set square on the baseline and draw your first line at 70 millimeters up. Then to the right of that line, draw a 30-degree line at 70 millimeters. Then repeat this line in the opposite direction, 70 millimeters using 30 degrees set on your parallel motion. Then at the end of those 2 30-degree 70 millimeter long lines, draw a horizontal line up at 70 millimeters. You need to do this on both sides. You start to construct the square sides of the dice. Then you need to join the 2 horizontal lines, the one from A at 70 millimeters and the one from the end of the left hand side. Join them together using your set square at 30 degrees. If your lines are the same length, and they should be, these will join exactly to the top of the 2 horizontal lines. Then repeat this on the other side. So you end up with like a sort of arrow shape pointing down. These are the 2 face sides of the dice. We then draw a line using the set square again at 30 degrees in the opposite direction on the right hand side, so it goes up and away from the corner. Then join using the set square using the other angle of 30 degrees from the left hand side to the new line you've just drawn, and this will give you a cube, which is an isometric image of a box. There you go. You've now got a cube. This is the base of your dice. The next job is to construct lines that intersect from the outside of every edge at 10 millimeters. So you're repeating the lines you've got already, but you're doing them so there's an extra 12 lines on there, which give us what you would see in front of you. So using your set square again off the parallel motion, turning it over and over, so vertical lines and lines that run at 30 degrees will construct the lines you're going to use to create where the dots go on your dice. Then we have to go from corner to corner, not using a set square, just using it as a ruler. So draw a line that goes from each corner to each corner, and it should intersect the lines at 10 millimeters as they cross each other, and it should cross itself in the middle, so it gives the center of each face of the dice. So you should end up with what you see in front of you now. These are just construction lines, so do them faintly. We then draw an extra 9 lines on there, and they go from where the cross lines meet the 10mm lines in the corner from side to side. And you can see we end up with an extra set of lines which break the dice into segments. Now drawing the dots. Now if you can see, if you look at a circle straight on, it's a circle. If you look at a circle sideways or at another angle, it becomes what is called an ellipse, and it fits into a parallelogram when drawn in isometric. So that's a rectangle, that's a circle drawn in a square, and that's an ellipse inside a rectangle. And then when you turn it onto a 30-degree isometric, it's drawn as a parallelogram. The parallelograms go on each of where the dots should go. So 6 dots on top, 4 dots to the right hand face, and 2 dots to the left hand face. So your learners will successfully use a 36-degree set square to draw vertical and horizontal lines and construct the basic cube. Some learners will have constructed the cube and correct measurements and added current construction lines for the dots, and some learners will have added the ellipse oval dots to the correct place on the angle.